Here's the deal. When you turn 18, your parents tell you, you're starting to become an adult. You have to get a job. You don't necessarily have to leave them and go do your own stuff, get a house and whatever. Or maybe, like, obviously, they'll give you time, to save money, to rent a place or whatever. Or there's many different situations. But you have to understand that the reason that happens is because it is wrong to be someone that relies on others, that's insanely dependent on others. If your parents tell you that you gotta get a job, you gotta do what you gotta do, you gotta grind, maybe get a family, all that, it's because they want what's best for you. I know it's annoying. Working is annoying. If I could, I would just, like, do whatever, play games all day. But that's not how the world works. Everyone knows that. I'm not saying anything crazy or wild. Hello, like, yeah. So you have to understand that someone who who's basically just taking and not producing, not generating anything, is not going to be really respected. I can get, like I said, I can get that you're working towards something and maybe you're not earning a lot of money. You're like grinding and you have long term plans, like I do. I have long term plans, or mid term, long term, and a little bit of both in the middle. But at least I'm trying to do something. And there's people who are gonna tell me, yeah, you're not gonna be successful, you're tripping. Fine, it's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. But at least I'm trying something. I get it, things are difficult. Houses are expensive, this and that. I get it. Economy is rough. And that's exactly why you gotta lock in. That is literally why. Whining and doing nothing is just, you're gonna get stuck. And then eventually you're gonna grow old, and the chances you will have back then, you're not gonna have anymore. You have to take opportunities. And you have to be someone that's not wasting their life, their time. And if I'm to be honest with you, did I waste some of my life with stupid shit? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was born when I was like 9. I was like, I'm gonna get a job. And no, no. Of course, I wasted a lot of time playing games and just being a bum. But that was like maybe a year and a half. It was quick. Like, I was quick, bro. Like, snap, lad. Like, wake up. Hello, Rasax, wake up. You gotta work. You gotta do your own thing. Hello, hey. You're turning 18. Like, hello, lock in. I'm not locked in. I I have friendships when there's someone, we become friends if you're someone who I agree with when it comes to a lot of stuff. We can disagree with some stuff, it's fine. But if we share some values, if I find you to be like nice, fun, charismatic, you're like chill to hang around with. We don't have to play video games. If you don't like video games or whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. We can chat. We can buy. We can hang out. Do just normal stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't hang with people who just want to have fun and waste their time. I don't. And I do not respect people who are like, they just want to have fun. And if you are talking to them about something serious, they're just gonna clown around and be like, okay, well, can we like play a video game? Can we watch a movie? Can we like make a joke? That's immature. Like, maybe you're opening up to them, yo, this happened. Can you give me some advice, or can I talk to you about something? Can I vent? They're like, oh, that's boring. That's lame, bruh. Let's just play Grand Theft Auto. Let's just play Smash Bros. I don't want to deal with that. Then they're not your friends. They're just using you to get someone to play games with or to hang around with, but they're not your friends because they don't care. People like that, that like people who have a very immature mindset overall, you're just if you're someone who's smart, mature, hardworking, you're not gonna align with them. They're gonna sound goofy. They're gonna be like clowns, like peasants to you. Real talk, real talk. Because a lot of people, they when they grow old, or as they grow older, sorry, they start seeing the world as it is. Not as they think it is, as it is. There's your reality and there's the reality. And as I said before, the reality, the absolute truth, doesn't care about your feelings. You had to work and do stuff that you don't like. You had to do things you don't like. Not that you're gonna hate them or whatever, but you had to be in situations that are very uncomfortable. That's a fact. But eventually, if you do what you gotta do, you're gonna be able to do stuff that you like, that you enjoy. You have to make sacrifices. You have to, in order to improve. For the most part, there's people who don't have to. That's fine. Lovely. You got to make what you love. You're doing everything fine from the get go. Like you never had to work something that was just tedious and boring and that you felt it wasn't getting you anywhere. I get it. Like the people who are doing commissions, they love to draw. Some of the people I know, right? They love art. They go to you know events and stuff for artists, and they do this, right? They take courses, and they read books and they read guides and they watch videos on how to improve the shading and that because they like it and because they want to get better. They're ambitious. They're smart. They know what's up. I respect them. And at the end of the day, I don't make friends to play video games and to just tell jokes to them and to just make memes and like I don't. I'm too old for that shit. I'm really not old, right? I'm fairly young, but like I'm not for that. Maybe when I was like, I don't know, 16, 17, maybe. I'll be like, yeah, let's fuck around but I wouldn't really call them my friends. I would just, I'll fuck around a lot, hang out, play pool, you know, go to bars. Well, not 17, but when I was a bit, older, obviously, because you cannot like go to those places if you're underage. But you know what I'm saying. I did my stuff. I had my fun. I enjoyed, my teenage years. They were like good. And now I'm an adult. I have my responsibilities. I had to forge my own path in life. Will I get married? I don't know. No, probably not, but maybe I could change my mind. Who knows? Will I get with a woman? Who knows? Maybe not. Will I have kids? I don't know. Oh, but you don't know. I mean, for now, I'm just focusing on myself. I'm not focusing on that stuff. When my life is at a place where I feel comfortable, and maybe I can be like, get to know girls, get to date, see what's up. Maybe if I meet the right girl, she can change my mind about some things. Who knows? You have to be open-minded, right? I don't like marriage, like I said before, because I think it's a stupid risk. You could lose like everything. Instantly. Like, oh, the girl's like, oh yeah, I want a divorce. Oh, you're fucked. But who knows? Who knows? Whatever. Maybe if they change the rules or the contract or whatever, because it is a contract, a legal contract. Maybe I'll be like, yeah, I'm down, I'm down. Things could change. Oh, who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of men who are like, well, they had enough of bullshit of being the ones in the receiving end. So things could change. I'm open minded. I'm cool. Right? Oh, that's a different subject. Yeah, in a way. I just wanted to talk a bit about that, but I am someone who, at this age of mine, I know what I want. I know what people I want to hang with, hang around with, and I know what people I don't want to hang with. And if you were cool for a long ass time and now you're not, I'm just gonna tell you either, I don't know, stop being retarded or we're through. Like, don't talk to me anymore. Like, I'm gonna give you a chance because, I mean, we knew each other for like some time. You were my bro. You went there for me. I'm grateful. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna give you a chance. Maybe two chances, maybe three. But eventually I'll be like, yeah, bro, like, fuck off. Fuck off. People have to bring value to your life. People have to, they need to not only value, but they need to be someone who you can have a smart conversation with, who you can tell your problems to, right? I'm not gonna be, well, I talk to this guy for video games and stuff. I talk to this guy when I'm about to vent. Like, bro, like, nah, that's weird. That's creepy. That's weird. If I'm with a friend, I want my friend to handle a lot of the stuff that comes with like being a friend. And I'll do my part when I have to like do my stuff, listen to him vent. I tell my friends, yo, you can tell me like whatever, what's up, like if you have a problem, if a bitch cheated on you or whatever, like just tell me. Just tell me what's up, and I'll listen to you, and I'll give you my advice. I won't judge you. I'll be like, okay, right? I won't judge you too harshly because I'll judge you if you do something stupid and retarded. But I won't like judge you like, oh my god, you're a stupid retard. I'll be like, I'll be gentle. Um, but yeah, that's just my viewpoint. I know I'm rambling randomly. I really don't know what I'm going to title this video as I'm recording the part two. I record this part right away after the first one finished. So because I want to make some videos, but I'm saving the content. Right, I'm recording two videos in the same day, and I'm uploading them at different days. So if you are curious, this I recorded right after the part one. I just uploaded it. Maybe I uploaded it at the same time. Maybe I didn't. But if I uploaded at a different time, no, this was recorded on the same day. Same day. As soon after the other video was done, I recorded this one. I had it all prepared. I said like, yeah, I'm gonna do two videos in a row, and maybe upload them at different dates. I watch a lot of videos. I learn a lot. I see different perspectives because you can learn a lot from the internet. If you're smart and you know what's fake and what's real, you can recognize because you also go out, you touch grass, you do your stuff, and you know how people behave, and you're like, yeah, this is something that a normal person would do. This is not staged. This is not like weird and goofy. This is like, yeah, this could happen. So I'm learning. I learn about a lot about girls, a lot about boys, a lot all that about situations, about indie games. I research. I do my own research. I do know about politics, even if that's not my stuff. I kind of know because I don't know, maybe Like the world changes and economy and this and that, so I had to like kind of see the news. If I'm like, oh, these are fake news and all that, I'll be the judge, you know. I'm pretty fine when it comes to that. I can kind of see where the fakeness is. I can kind of be like, yeah, this sounds more real. This sounds exaggerated and make up. I look at things from different sources of information and I compare them and analyze and come to my own conclusions. I don't just parrot what everyone else is saying. I'm not a drone. I'm not a bot. I have my own thoughts and desires that make me who I am. I'm more special than you. No, I'm just, I'm not a retard. Is what it is. I'm not I don't know, a mouth breather. You get what? I'm not a crackhead. So yeah. Um, at the end of the day, thankfully, I'm not as stressed as I was. I was very stressed when I recorded the first part, but now I'm like really calm. I am. I'm chill. I'm chilling because I'm speaking not just negative, but a lot of other things. Just an advice I'll give to the people who are watching this or who watched the first part. Um, Subscribe, dislike, all that, like, engage. But really, your time, you should value your time and who you hang with and what you're doing and how you're doing it. You see, and I'll explain why. One of the things that I used to tell my friend, I still do. Well, not anymore since we don't talk and we're like, yeah, we're giving each other space and whatever. I already talk about it, but I tell him, what if your mother, because he relies a lot on his mother for a lot of stuff, right? What if your mother were to like die one day, right? Because maybe he's like, oh, maybe he needs money or something. He goes and he asks his mom, whatever, oh, can you lend me some money or something, like, and stuff. Maybe, but I'm just, I'm just saying, if she dies one day, where will you be? Like, would you be like, oh, brother, oh, my father helped me? What about you work hard, you save money, so you don't get into a situation where you have to rely on others. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think anyone likes to rely on others. I wouldn't want that. To have to rely on like someone like lending me money and just like taking care of me, like if I needed it, if I was like in the hospital, which yeah, that has happened. If it was in a very delicate situation, I would be completely grateful, and I am grateful for people who help me. But would I like that to be like the way I live for the rest of my life? Hell no. Hell no. And I find that disgusting. So wouldn't it be cool for you to do your own stuff and then you can be like chilling, you're calm, you're grinding, you're getting the bag, and you can give advice and people will actually take your advice seriously because you're successful and stuff. And you can teach people, you can help people, right? Well, maybe it's because you're not successful yet that he's not taking your advice. But I used to be successful. He saw me when I was successful. And I had all this money, all this. And he knows exactly what happened. He was there. He was there. So like, oh, no, but now that you're not successful, it's not by choice. It just happened. And I'm trying to get even better than I was before. I'm trying to get my own stuff. Just value your time, brothers and sisters watching this video. Just please work hard. Don't rely on your parents too much. I get it. Maybe you're like for school, they're paying your school and all that. Okay. But eventually you're going to grow up and you're going to have to live your own life. You're going to have to mature, evolve, adapt. Like I said 10 times, a million times, a trillion. Value your time. Work hard. Learn. Don't stay stuck in the same level. You have to get better. You have to understand how the world works. Have an open mind. I did a lot of things I didn't want to do. I hated, and I don't feel really good about it. They were not like, oh my god, negative. It was things that I was picky about. There was like crime or anything nasty. It was just like, I'm not. I don't like this. I find it like weird. But I did it. I was. It wasn't that horrible. Nah. You know. And yeah, related to the stuff I'm doing with indie games, I'm like, I have to do this. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I know I have to, even though I don't want to. So I'll do it. Fine. Fine. I'll you know, I'll do it. I'll do it. Just try to get somewhere in life. You know, as I said, it doesn't have to be you becoming rich. It doesn't have to be you like having a mansion, all this, all the. Even though a lot of people would like, yeah, we would love to be rich. Like, who wouldn't? Hello, yeah, super rich, super successful, super handsome, tall, all that, that. Yeah, who wouldn't? Like, of course. Or try to make the most of what you have. Acquire, create. Do not consume. Do not become a mindless bot who just consumes and nods their head and is like a sheep. Meh, meh. Have your own thoughts. You know, form your own opinions. Think, Mark. Think. I really, to be honest with you, me, I don't think I want to have friends and stuff like that. I think I'll be good for now. I'll be busy doing my own stuff. I'm too focused on businesses and stuff and getting by that I really don't have that much time. If I'm to be real, for now, I think I'll give friendship a break. If something like if stuff happens with my friend and all that, then okay, fine. What you did was wrong, though. It's still wrong, but I'll be like, yeah, I get it. Fine, you told me. Fine. But for now, I'm just gonna ghost his ass. But yeah, I like helping people. I like, and the purpose of these videos is just to give people my perspective, and maybe they can learn something. If it can make them have a better life, or if they have questions like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? You should make a video about this. You're go ahead, go ahead. I'm open-minded. I'll listen. I'll see what I can do. I'm not an expert, but I have a lot of experience. A lot of, and I want to add something extra. People have told me before. They tell me when I was successful. Well, actually, no, no. Actually, I'm gonna change what I'm gonna say. When I was successful, I saw a lot of fucked up shit. I saw people who were superficial. There's people who just wanted to be with me for my money. They wanted to get things from me. They were like begging for money, and they were doing this and that. And it's fine. Like if you're like a friend back then. Now I changed, but back then if you're like a friend, if you're like maybe you had medical bills to pay or something, you were in a very dire situation. I help you out, right? Now no, I'm just doing my own stuff. Like if I had like money to throw away, then yeah, but like no, I had to worry more about my family, about my own stuff. So sadly, no. But back then, when I was successful, I helped a lot of people. And where are they now? They're in the same place or they're homeless. Oh, but you empowered you what's the thing I'm looking for? It's in the tip of my tongue. You enabled that behavior, like asking for money and all that. Like, no, I helped them because they said they needed it, and they didn't make anything. They didn't. First of all, they weren't really grateful in the future about what I did to help them. Not that I'm asking for them to bow to me and to suck my cock and stuff. No, it's just asking for some respect, some gratefulness. Um, but no, they didn't, and they didn't get their life back up. Maybe they even played me. They finessed me. They used money on drugs. Who knows? People are weird. People are crazy. So, but yeah, playing games is good. Don't get addicted to playing video games. Don't get addicted to porn. If you watch porn, fine. I'm not gonna be, you're disgusting, because I mean, you have to be understanding. Don't get addicted to porn and like just take it easy. Don't whack off too much. Don't get addicted. Don't smoke if you can, but if you smoke, just take it easy. Don't smoke too much. Don't go getting addicted to drugs, to gambling. Just keep it classy, keep it clean, right? Um, what's the thing that's be straight edge like CM Punk. People love CM Punk or whatever. Well, be straight edge. Don't drink, don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Like back in the day, yeah, I went to parties and bars, and yeah, I did drink my beer, but I don't like beer. I don't really like. I mean, drinking beer is fine. You can drink beer, but like, so a lot of people who are like alcoholics and stuff. Like, I don't like drink in caps. If you wanna drink, you wanna smoke, it's fine. I said, just do it with like control yourself. Don't go crazy. Don't get dependent on those things to acquire satisfaction or to be like in a good mood. And yeah, just you want to take my advice, fine. You don't want to take my advice, it's good. At the end of the day, it's your choice, your life. But I I don't think that the people I complain about they ever got their happy ending or they'll get their happy ending because even if they supposedly did get their happy ending, all the stuff they have or they got was because of someone else, and they didn't really learn to be better people. They just got lucky, and their weird, incorrect behaviors weren't much of an impediment of an obstacle to their well-being. But that doesn't mean that what they did was correct. Be polite. Try to speak to people. Try to get better at talking to people. Link up with people who can teach you, can make you, who can make it so you improve, so you get better, so you learn. Try to learn as much as you can, right? Get your bag. Um, yeah. Or you're something like Andrew Tate, you're red pill. You're like, yeah, but you gotta grind. And I'm saying that for the girls and for the men. Like, just grind. Do what you gotta do. One of the girls in my team, one of the people who I'm working with. Obviously, I always keep it classy, keep it discreet. She's learning and she's working her ass off. She's traveling a lot of places to get experience, to learn. And she's grinding, and I'm very proud of her. And she's getting the bag, right? Because she wants to do what she loves, which is like, well, she wants to be involved in the world of video games. She wants to, design characters, design levels, design all this backgrounds. So she's doing what she's doing. She wants to get involved in the world of 2D games, RPG games, like all that. And I say, go girl, yes, lie. Cool, right? And yeah, I mean that's it. Have a lovely day. um, a night, afternoon. Take care. Peace.